So one of my favorite labs ever is the one where you get to swab your own mouth and then grow that on an agar plate and also then just structurally look at that. So for this one lab that we did, um, we rotate a stereo swab over the surface of our tongue, gums, chinks, throw the swab on the agar plate, kind of like you guys saw last week on how we would streak. Um, and like I said, you change a swab out after the first one with a loop and, you incinerate it and so on. And then the second one, we roll this one directly onto a clean glass slide. Um, the slab took some time to set up. Just the first part, you actually have to have it, you have to culture it out for a week, meaning you have to have it, grow so you can actually see some stuff and then put that on the glass slide. It's kind of self-explanatory. A direct smear, it's directly from your mouth onto the side, as you know with the other one. It's a cultured thing. So the first thing I have is the cultured one. This is now the growth on the agar and then times 1,000 what the human eye can see. It's very, very blurry. It is very hard to take pictures through a microscope. But as you can see, we have tons of different things because if you remember, pink. Oh, we should use white for this. So pink is negative. Purple is positive. And then we also have something called rods. So we have bacilli, which are rods, and they'll look like that. And then we have cocci, which are circular, and they'll look like that. And you can kind of see cocci. I'm going to change the black. You can kind of see those are all cocci. It's hard to see anything really. You can really tell that those are just as a cluster circles. You can see some more cocci down there. Honestly, on this one, it's pretty much all cocci. So you can really, that one honestly right there, that one, you can really tell the circulars in there. And normally, cocci are positive. So normally those are purple, which was kind of cool because we see a lot of pink cocci, which means those are negative cocci. And normally, bacilli are pink, which means that they are negative. Those are actually there. So as you'll see up in here, first we're gonna look at this slide first. So you can still see all these, a few, and you can really see now these clusters. This photo's a little bit better. You can really see just all those circles, chains of circles, clusters of circles. You can really just see those. Which I think is really, really neat. And then you can also see, like, right up in here, there's one odd man out that's, you can't really tell if it's circular or if it's, that, like, the capsule shaped like that. But you can really, really, really see all those cocci in here. You cannot really, so now moving on to this picture, you can now really see, like, here's a color pink and here's a color purple. It is very obvious once you actually see them next to each other. But you can really see these pink cocci, which is really, really neat. Right at the end point here, and you guys cannot see this, which is kind of sad, but there is actually a gram-positive bacilli. And those are very, very rare. I showed my lab instructor, and she was very excited. She goes, "Oh my gosh, Marjorie, I cannot believe that you have a gram-positive bacilli." Like, she's like just so, so happy. Um, and it's just part of my normal flora, my normal bacteria in my mouth and everything. So, I mean, she's just all excited, which I thought was kind of cool. So, actually, if we move, we are going to, this is my very own skin cell. This is kind of the title, who me, yes, this is me. This is my actual cell, and it's actually kind of cool. It is gram stained, so you can actually see there's a nucleus. That's what that is. That's why it's darker. This photo right here is just zoomed in even more. You can't really tell what's what, so I kind of put them both out. But it's really, really neat because I think it's really cool. But yeah, no, that's me. So in these upcoming pictures, these are my very own skin cells now. Um, and I'll talk more about these. These all have a flaw in them. if it's how I stained, if it's more than ones on top of each other. But once again, you can still see like there's a nucleus, there's a nucleus, there's a nucleus, there's a nucleus. You can really still see that. So I think that is super cool. Now this is a direct smear, so it's came like directly out of my mouth. So like this is me. These are my skin cells. I made up of, gosh, probably trillions upon trillions of these. So I already circled this right here is this, but this one's just a lot closer up. So you can see all of these black dots. Now this, okay, I should start with this is a lot of skin cells all grouped on top of each other. If you look back in this picture now, you can see like 1, 2, 3, and it looks like there's kind of two layers right there. So honestly, that's a bunch of skin cells piled on top of each other, and that's what this is not a good example of an actual human skin cell. But if you look back over now on this picture right here, all these black little dots that you see, that is all bacteria. Now that is 120% completely and totally normal. We actually have a lot of bacteria all over, like in our mouths, on our hands, everywhere, and it's just a normal it is non-harmful. It actually helps us. Some helps give us vitamin C, some helps our metabolism go up, some helps us by just taking up room so other harmful bacteria cannot get in. So honestly, that bacteria is great. It is wonderful. I'm guessing you've heard of antibiotics, as we've talked about them before. I'm guessing you've also heard of probiotics. When you go on antibiotics, the doctor's always like, like make sure you're eating yogurt. Well, that's because there are probiotics in there. That means that's good bacteria. Pro, like for bacteria, good. I'm only bacteria. It's bacteria, so it's like good bacteria. So that is all bacteria. See, now when your lab teacher tells you this, you get really excited. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you have a mom like mine, if you go and tell her, "Hey, mom, look at all the bacteria on my cells," she doesn't take it in the cool way that you did. And you can kind of see more and more, like here's a great examples of that black. You can also, that's this one right here. And then once again, here are some great examples of like the black dots all over. That is all bacteria. That is so helpful, so wonderful, so amazing. I'm so glad that I have that. It was actually kind of funny though, because at one point, one of the people in my class had my lab instructor come over to her. My lab instructor, Mary, she went, are you feeling okay? And the girl goes, yeah, I'm feeling fine. Why? Your cell looks sick. You know what? Keep the slide. And in a week, if you're not feeling good, I want to, like do another swab and everything. But your cell looks sick. I hope you're doing okay though. Like, that was kind of funny because it's not the person that cell looked sick. But your cells really do change, and I wish I could have gotten a photo of her cell, just kind of, like compare. But just overall, it is really cool because this is literally human right here. This is me. Like, if you tested this, this would come out as me. These are my own cells. And it's just really, really crazy to like think like this is what we are all made up of. It all comes back to so lastly, I put in this picture. This was the one I got last year. Last year I did, remember there are 4 steps to staining, or 4 main ones. There is the colorizer. The first one is the purple. So here we're actually going to do this. So the first one stands for primary stain. So that would be the purple. The second one is the mordant. So it just kind of seals in the purple. So that is iodine. The third one is alcohol. It's decolorizer, but we use alcohol for that. And then the fourth one, that is a counter stain, and that is that pretty pink. So with this one, if if you look at the other ones, the cell was a lot more purple colors. It was a lot more purple. Well, this one I over iodined. So I over locked in. Well, so I locked it in, but then that iodine, number one, it was very heavy, so I had my cells folded over on top of each other. But then on top of that, when you over iodine's a brownish color. So, with that, it kind of kept some of that brownish, color within it. But yeah, so that is what a human cell looks like. Some look better than others, and I will admit that. But I think this is really cool. Like I said, this is one of my favorite labs. I think it is so amazingly neat to be able to actually see what each one of us are really made up of. And I think the fact that that is actually myself makes it 10 billion times cooler yet. Well, I hope you guys all enjoy this, and I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.